All right, people. What up? It's your boy Chig. You are through to Chig Flicks. I review and react to movies, trailers, music reviews, etc. That's what we're gonna do on this channel. And I figured, I was kind of going through random films, and I thought, you know what film I really want to touch upon? I really want to touch upon Independence Day. But I figured I couldn't talk about the first movie without talking about the crappy movie that dropped in 2016. So here we go. Let's talk about Independence Day Resurgence. And oh man, basically, this movie stars Jeff Goldblum, not Will Smith. They need to stop making sequels without Will Smith. It's one of the major problems Men in Black International had. Um, Not Will Smith. A bunch of people, a bunch of new people. I have no idea why they're included. Bill Pullman's back in the movie, um, and lots of other little kind of cameos. So the doctor that we all thought was dead turned out to be in a 20-year coma. Oh, I'll get to that too. Just loads of other people. This movie was directed by Roland Emmerich, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was I was disappointed, but I knew it would happen. This is one of them movies where you hear about and you think about it and you're like, oh no, that is not a good idea. I'll give you an example. Very recently, I quite like the film Demolition Man. Right? Demolition Man, I plan to do a video about this at some point. Demolition Man is, for me, a movie ahead of its time in a lot of ways. I mean, if you think about some of the things that happen in that movie, and I think about the things that we're living through right now, that movie is ahead of its time. I really like the movie. I think that Wesley Snipes steals the show in that movie. Heck, I might even review Demolition Man, to be perfectly honest. I think it's a fantastic movie. Um, I very recently heard, as I record this, that Sly has confirmed that he and Wesley Snipes want to do a Demolition Man 2. And I'm like, oh no. Like, oh no. Um, but at least in their case, both of the stars are planning on coming back. Will Smith arguably, don't get me wrong, I thought generally the first movie was a good movie, but arguably Will Smith was the heart and the soul of that first movie. And without him, I must admit I'm less interested in the movie. So you decide to make a movie without him. I'm already skeptical now. Then you put a bunch of people where it just seems like they literally accepted everybody that asked for a role. Every single person, possibly in life, that asked to be in this movie was accepted because it felt like 80 new people were in this movie. You're like, so you were never invested in what was happening because there was zero character development. First of all, the movie itself took about half an hour, 45 minutes to get going. I ain't gonna lie, I damn near fell asleep the first time I watched this, right? So it takes about half an hour, 45 minutes for the movie to get going. When it finally does, you're not invested in the fights, you're not invested in the stakes. The final scene ain't even that good. There's just nothing about it. And listen, I love Chris Hemsworth. Liam is not Chris Hemsworth. I'm sorry, I don't said it. I don't said it. Liam is not Chris Hemsworth. Straight up. He doesn't have, in my opinion, the personality that Chris Hemsworth does. And I think the personality required to lead a role like this successfully. It also doesn't help that sorry, spoiler alert for this one. Trust me, I don't normally spoil films in my reviews. This one, you won't mind me spoiling it, trust me. There's a kid that plays Will Smith's son because they need to have some kind of connection to Will Smith and explain where the hell he was, right? There's a kid that plays Will Smith's son. He is the wackest actor out of all of them. I'm sorry, it pains me to say it. It pains me to say it, but he's the wackest actor out of all of them. And to me, I felt like it's a big waste of time. I'll be real. For Independence Day fans, I say Swerve number two. You don't want this film harming whatever romance and convenience you felt from the first movie. I still, of all the people that got accepted for roles and were brought back into this movie, where was Jeff Goldblum's original wife? Didn't they get back together in the first movie? And they never mentioned her at all. Instead, randomly, Jeff Goldblum's, I would say, love interest is some random convenient doctor that seems to be about for no apparent reason that's in this movie. It's so weird. It is so weird. Then the doctor, who everybody thought was dead and assumed was dead, oh no, he's been in a coma for the last 20 years and has conveniently woke up in time for us to view this movie. There was just nothing about it I liked. Very, very disappointed in the film. I put this up there in terms of worst sequels ever to a first movie. This got to be right up there. This has to be right up there. I will do a top 10 list on that at some point. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think? Have you seen Independence Day 2? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop click that like button. I appreciate it when you guys do that. And yeah, I told you I'll give you 2 reviews today. I've managed to do that. I hope you enjoy. I'm out of here now. Take care. Peace.